I think we're going to run very similar sets that we have in the past, and we've done a good bit of stuff in the past with 2 tight ends, and so obviously there's a different depth chart when you just have 1 tight end and you're in more of an 11 personnel set, the guys that go in. When you bring that additional tight end in, sometimes he's more of a H-back or can be an on-the-line guy, and but I don't think there's any major changes there.
I just heard somebody say the way you guys have been working this year is when you go out for coffee, he'll call the plays, and if he's got to run into the bathroom, he'll call it. In the I guess the walkthroughs you guys have had in working with that, you did summer back home. Have there been any glitches, any miscommunications? We knew that could happen.
In terms of just the relationship, no, because again, once we leave the meeting room, we're all on the same page. Now we'll discuss things, and again, you know, Jeff is working with the wideouts and the quarterbacks, you know, on a daily basis. I work with the offensive line, the backs, and so we each have our own perspective. But once we leave the meeting room, we're all on the same page. And just in terms of the working relationship, there is a distinction on game day, but throughout the course of the week, we're all working together. And even in the bowl game, you know, Jeff had some recommendations, you know, that were very successful in the bowl game. So we feel like anybody in the meeting room, including Brandon Streeter, Robbie Caldwell, and Danny Pearman, can call the plays, but you do have to have a distinction on game day. But we all work together. We're all on the same page, pulling in the same direction.
Yeah, and I think the big thing is that Tony and I have been together for 4 years on the headsets, and so it's really not a whole lot different than what maybe he and I would have done on game day in the past, other than Chad was there to make that final call. But there's certain times throughout the course of a game, throughout a certain series, certain place on the field where maybe recommendations come up, but you know, Tony's got to be the one sitting up there looking down that's got to be able to make that call. But you know, I think we've got a very good relationship. We know each other very well, and you know the right time. Then there's a lot of communication in between series as well, and we're looking at it as a benefit. You know, whenever you have one coordinator, he has to make a decision: am I going to be on the field? There's benefits to that, or am I going to be in the box? And so we're looking at it as, you know, we've got 2 coordinators, one on the field who maybe can see some things that maybe if you're in the box you can't see, and then obviously there's a lot of advantages being in the box, being able to see everything. So I think it'll be a smooth transition for us.
Can you talk to us about the Wofford game plan? What you see in them defensively? Do they pose any issues or any challenges that you think you would not see normally in defense?
Well, first and foremost, Wofford is going to be a very tough football team. They're going to be very disciplined. They're going to run their scheme. They're going to make you execute at a high level in order to beat them. The good thing is there's some carryover from what we saw with Oklahoma. Similar defensive structure. They're built to stop the run because they want to get more guys near the box than you can account for, and then they're going to make you beat them, you know, throwing the football. So again, there's a lot of carryover, but they're going to be excited to play. They got a lot of guys coming back on defense that have seen a lot of time. They move their front, which, you know, going against Coach V every day in practice helps us because you're going to see a lot of the moving, the slanting and angling, but they're going to be sound. They're going to try. They're doing a better job of disguising what they're doing on defense from Wofford teams in the past. So a lot of carryover, but again, our guys are going to have to go out and take care of the ball and execute at a high level.
Other than the players changing, have there been any additional wrinkles or changes with their defense that you've seen on film from the last time you played them a few years ago?
There's a couple. I believe there was a coordinator change since the last time we played them in 2011. But you know, from my experience at Furman and watching these guys over the last several years, they're going to do what they do on defense. And they're going to make you be sound and make you take care of the ball and move the ball down the field to beat them. They got a couple little wrinkles, but not a whole lot of differences from what you've seen in 2011.
The co-offensive coordinator deals might be foreign to some folks around here, but there are plenty of others around the country. I don't know if maybe you guys know anyone or talked to anyone over the summer who's in y'all's position, just to kind of pick your brain.
Yeah, you know, I think you know, TCU, you know, had that situation last year, and there's been several that have done that. We personally haven't. I personally haven't reached out and talked to anyone in particular, and I think the reason is because, you know, we've been together for 4 years, and so I mean, from day one, it wasn't like we had to kind of get used to it. I mean, it was very easy for us to do, and I think it's something Coach Sweeney came to us about, and we thought was a good idea, and we're excited about it, and obviously got a chance to do it. I think that was a big benefit, having an opportunity to do it in the bowl game, and already, so this isn't the first game, going out doing it, and being able to talk after that game, things we like, things we can do differently, and all that kind of stuff, I think really helped. So, I think you'll probably see more of it here in the years to come, I believe.